What is up, everybody? It is your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community. Welcome to another episode of the EHG podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about two different specific topics today. Today it's just going to be me. I know a lot of people who watches this are going to be like, "Oh, why didn't you invite me?" Just today it's going to be me because I've been wanting to speak about this situation for a while now. Now, here's one thing that I've literally gotten to do a lot more. I've started doing things such as the Halloween event for Blizzard, especially for Overwatch, because I want to get the skins. As you can see, we have the Halloween event going on. You have the ability to do things like Junkenstein's Revenge and Junkenstein's Endless again, and then a switch to the arcade, and everything is set up on a different type of Halloween theme. Also for if you see at the top, there is something called the week 1, which is Junkrat Inferno. There's going to be 3 different skins that will be put on for the next 3 weeks, because this is going to be a 3-week event. It is going to be the Junkrat Inferno, which is already here. As you can see, everything's set up. The look of it is all set up. Everything, the bombs, everything here, the traps, everything's got to be Inferno type. You got something like the vampire for Baptiste, which is probably going to be another event as well, and I believe the Gorgon, which is going to be for Lucio, and those are going to be specific events that are going to set up. Or if not, they're probably going to do the Demon Hunter for Sombra, but that's for like a Blizzard exclusive. Now, if you take a look, we have a lot of new different skins today. We have things like the Pharaoh Anna, which I think is actually pretty cool that they actually put her in an actual costume this time. There was a costume which was like an orange face, like her regular thing, and it was like an orange face with like a Halloween mask. That was pretty cool. One of them that I'm trying to get is the Warlock for Ashe. I really want this skin. I really like the idea that Ashe has this skin, especially with her hair is turned brown, and then you can see I believe that Bob is a construct. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's a good thing. The demon Orisa, which is pretty damn cool. Like, I like that. It looks like something of I would say like a Doom demon. I would say something like that. That this what it looks pretty much like. Also, let me go ahead and set something up here, because apparently my thing doesn't want to be too nice to me today. There you go. And right there, as you can see, it has I feel like it has like the Doom design and everything. The gun, especially where it has that little eyeball popping out and like its flesh and everything. I like that sweet design, especially that demonic design there. You have the Will-O-Wisp, especially for Tracer. I think this looks pretty cool. I think she has like the whole Jack Skellington thing going on, but instead of a skeleton, she has she's like a ghost, like a type of ghost character, and then her guns are just like spiritual pistols or spiritual guns right there, with like a little bone design right here with like a crow or a vulture bone on it. And then you got Widowmaker right now, who made a grand appearance with the scorpion thing. I thought this was like a Mortal Kombat reference. It kind of does still look like a Mortal Kombat reference. I think that's badass. I think what they did with Widowmaker is actually pretty cool and everything. And I think that's pretty cool, especially with the design, especially with the pistol. Actually, it makes a big difference here. And you still got the Demon Hunter Sombra, which is made for the Blizzard stuff. You have a couple of emotes, especially for Zenyatta. Zenyatta got one. You got different poses for each of the characters, especially new voice lines all lined up here. We're not gonna go through all the voice lines and all the sprays here. We're gonna just look past it. You got new highlight intro right here for Ashe, especially for Ashe. Known as the Scream Queen. And right here you have one for McCree, which is called the Undertaker, which is pretty badass. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's something that a lot of people would like. As you can see, they also have just like all these like little things right here and there. But let's get into another topic, because I know a lot of people are gonna wonder why I'm playing this, why I'm continue playing this, why I'm doing things like this, why I even continue like putting in time in the Overwatch scene, because a lot of people are now doing the Blizzard boycott thing. So for those who do not know, there's like a little bit of an issue with the government of China, and people are trying to trying to protest for a democratic system there. Now it's not really going their way at the moment. They're still trying so hard to do so, and I really hope that they achieve their goal. But in response to that, a player from China who was playing in the Hearthstone tournament ended up winning the tournament, winning the prize money, winning all that. Ended up doing things like the Free China hashtag on the platform, which nobody knew he was gonna do. With that, they ended up banning him for a year and taking away his prize money because of the fact that they wanted to stay out of the way with that. Now I'm gonna go to the response to that and on why they're doing that. Now the thing is, in response to the major outcries and the major issue, there's the president that says something. I want to be clear: our relationships in China had no influence on the decision. So that's a big thing. Now with this, I'm looking for the major idea of what they were gonna do. The player was named Blitzchung. Blitzchung was actually pretty cool. So let me look for the thing for this. Now, with that, Blizzard had faced major criticism, and my thing about it is that if they were to continue on with this, they would lose the possibility of losing a connection with China. They would have lost possibly almost $150 million. Now, here's my part where I kind of side with the guy who was the pro player, Blitzchung. I understand he used a platform to get people to understand where they're at. Applause to him. Applause to him for doing that, and possibly even getting to a point where he sacrifices his own pro status to do so. And even to a point where in the interview he's like, I knew they were gonna ban me, but there's more important things about that, and he took the ban. And I don't think, because in the process Blizzard fired some interviewers or some people or commentators who were doing that. I'm like, first of all, Blizzard, you shouldn't be doing that, because they didn't know that it was going to be happening. They didn't know what he was going to say. Even the ban I thought was reasonable at first, when it was at first it wasn't reasonable, excuse me. The 1 year ban was not reasonable at all. I thought 1 year was a little bit too crazy. When they reduced it to 6 months, I was like, okay, this is understandable now. The problem is, for doing something like that, I don't think, especially that he was a winner of the tournament, he should have gotten that big of a major, I would say, a major ban. I think 6 months is reasonable, because at one point I do agree with what Blitzchung has did. He kind of still broke a rule, so he has to take a punishment for that. Taking away the money also was a big issue. I didn't like the idea that taking away the money was there. I didn't like the idea that, this is a punishment, we're going to take away his prize money. No, the guy earned his prize money. So I think at one point, taking away the prize money was a little bit crazy. So, but here is where I have an issue with the boycott. And it's not Blitzchung, it's not with Blizzard in general, it's not anything with China. I have to say, my issue is with the people who are siding with the Hong Kong thing. Now, we all know that we want, democratic movements in Hong Kong. We want their movements to be spread and have them, achieve their goal. But my problem is when there are certain people, because I've seen this on things like Facebook groups, I've seen this on many different posts on Twitter, and it's really ridiculous that people get upset at a company because they didn't they did not support human rights, which at one point it's not their obligation nor it's their responsibility to do so. My thing about that is that, people do not get that, even ties to a country and losing a certain amount of money is a bad thing for business. People looked at $150 million lost to a company as nothing. Nobody in any right mind would want to lose $150 million in their company. Plus, it also kind of makes me laugh because people want to put that thing called Boycott Blizzard and Free Hong Kong, but at one point aren't putting an effort to do so. You're just posting stuff on Facebook. You're just writing stuff on Facebook in your frustration. But I don't see a lot of you paying tickets to go to China to do so. A lot of people are going to protest in China to do so because they know they would get in trouble doing so. Now, my issue with it is that, I don't believe that people, especially like from the United States, who state that it's like about money or it's about removal of freedom of speech, I don't believe that they are dedicated to wanting to make that change. I don't believe that they're doing it for the change. I don't believe that they're doing it because it's the right thing to do. No, they just want to find something to make Blizzard, like to hate Blizzard on. Now, everyone wants to boycott Blizzard to get rid of the company now because of this decision, and that is the most ridiculous thing because of the fact that Blizzard is a $15 billion company. This is a place that can afford to mess up on 2 or 3 games and can still make enough money to pay people. That's a major thing. Now I also have an issue with people using human rights to try to take down a company. Your human rights do not trump the idea of someone trying to earn their money or work in an area that they love to do. Like, if you saying that, we're going to take down this $15 billion company, okay, and let's say that works. People who work there are going to go out of a job. People out of there who won't be able to, take care of their families. And then you know what their response? Oh, they can always find a different job. That's the thing. Why is anybody entitled to tell anybody, oh, you can find a different job? You can't do that to people. You can't change that to people. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous and horrendous. It's like saying that, somebody's an artist, he does freelance artwork. Oh, you know what? He's not making any money off of it. And, this is something he loves to do. But you tell him, oh, don't do what you love. You try something else. No, you have no right doing so. You have no right telling somebody who wants to work there and who wants to be in a big company like Blizzard or like Square Enix or any of the big names, and then you're going to tell them, oh, they can find a different job. No, you don't do that. You don't do that at all. And plus the fact that if you protest in China, you decide to go protest in China, right? You decide to go ahead and make the big difference in China, in which, as I said, I wish the best for them. I wish for them to be able to get it. But the thing is, you want to go ahead and make that big choice and make that big difference, but then you're risking 2 things. You're risking the consumer being pissed, who actually buy the Blizzard content, like from Overwatch, from Heroes of the Storm, for Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft. Everybody's set up, and also you are trying to take jobs away from people. Your human rights do not pay those people to feed their families or feed themselves or pay their bills or even go ahead and pay for the content for people to do so. It's ridiculous of how people tend to do that and then say, oh, it's about human rights. But where do you lie from actually trying to take away something from someone because of those human rights? Now, as I said, I really hope that, whatever they're striving for with Hong Kong, I really hope they get what they're getting, and I hope they achieve their goal, and I hope the government will understand that. But then at one point, I do not believe that the people that put the hashtag Blizzard boycott actually make a difference, because they just sit there and post. They just post, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting to me because of the fact that you're posting, not making an effort. Anybody can look at a post and be like, all right, whatever. It won't make a difference. And then what? You know what's going to happen? Let's say later on, probably a week from now or 2 weeks from now, or probably like 3 weeks from now, nobody's going to make a damn effort to talk about Hong Kong anymore. They're not going to do that. They're not going to make no difference. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's just my opinion on it. That's my opinion on this situation. But, make sure to comment at the bottom below. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys believe and everything. But definitely subscribe to the EHG community. Definitely turn on your notifications when we get new streams and new videos set out. And definitely join us on our Facebook group, our Discord channel. And make sure to go ahead and subscribe to our moderators in the description. If you are looking for any type of commission work based off of comic books or any type of drawing artwork or anything from video games, by all means follow Rando20XX on his Instagram, his Twitch, and on his Facebook. And the best way to contact him is on his Facebook, and then he'll give you a good price for some good commission work. If you're looking for amazing t-shirts with great designs just like these that I'm showing right now, by all means go to teespring.com/cycleworld and take a look at some t-shirts. You have sweaters, you also have beach towels and many more different types of merch. And by all means follow Cycleworld Gaming on Twitch and also on his Cycleworld art on the Instagram. Also, make sure to go ahead and follow Rose on his Instagram and on his YouTube. By all means, his Instagram is @ForbiddenLove and his YouTube is Rose. And he is a local artist around from where I'm at, which is Florida, and he has made an amazing song called Aura, one of my favorite songs. So by all means, go ahead and leave a like onto his song and make sure to subscribe to his channel as well. And also, finally, make sure to follow Travis Brown on his Instagram and on his Twitter, which those social medias have links to his SoundCloud and Spotify. Make sure to leave a like on those as well if you like any type of EDM music. But if anything, this is your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community, and stay tuned for another episode of the EHG podcast.